Hey guys, DMS here. Today I have for you a comparison between the Light Harmonic Stella and the Campfire Andromeda. Let's check it out. Now these are both high-end IEMs around the same price, but have very different sounds, and each of them performs well in its own way. Now I don't think that either of these wins out necessarily over the other overall, but I think that each one would be better for a different person. And I'm going to cover that in a few simple points. The first off would be build. I think that between the two, I think they're both very well built, but I think that I'm going to give the build to the Campfire Andromeda, partially because the case provided with Andromeda is actually a hard case, whereas the case with Stella is a soft case. My Stellas did actually get slightly damaged because of this soft case, which is unfortunate. And the Andromedas do have just a little bit more weight to them and feel just slightly more solid to me. However, they are both big metal IEMs, and they're both going to be very hard to actually break. By the way, when I say that my Stella got damaged, they are completely functional, and nothing has actually affected their sound. If you want more details on that, you can check out the Stella review after this video. Now, moving to sound is where it gets a little more interesting. Between the two of them, the Andromeda is definitely, for me personally, a little bit easier to live with. However, I've noted that many people do think that the Andromeda sounds bright. To me, the Andromeda is a very, very neutral IEM. It reminds me very much of the Focal LX, which I very much like. Mid-range is extremely forward and intimate. Highs are very, very present. Soundstage is surprising for an IEM, but is not particularly wide. It's more just what I would call an accurate soundstage. And low end is definitely there, but it's not exaggerated. The Stella, on the other hand, has boosted sub bass and a relatively warm sound through the low end and low mid range. The upper mid range and lower highs are a little bit recessed, and then the upper treble is a little bit more forward again. So these are definitely a little bit more V-shaped, and as a result have exceptionally roomy soundstage. It's very, very wide for an IEM, and paired with that, the imaging is very, 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 very good. Now, I would say that Andromeda definitely has better vocal intimacy, but I think that they are both matched on vocal clarity. I think out of the two, Andromeda to me sounds a little bit more detailed and definitely more of an analytical sound, and Stella sounds more relaxed. It's much more fun, it's much more wide, and with that, the Andromeda reminds me, like I said, more of the LX, and the Stella reminds me more of a warmer LCD-X. Both excellent headphones that I would say are on par with each other detail-wise, as are these IEMs. The Andromeda is definitely more resolving to sources, so if you use the Andromeda, you're definitely going to need to be a little bit more picky about your amp or source, because these are very transparent to that, whereas the Stella, while they are somewhat dependent on source, it's not nearly as much as other IEMs like Andromeda, so you're a little bit more in the safe zone there. And something I forgot to mention earlier is that the nozzles are wider on the Stella than the Andromeda, so if you have a narrow ear canal, the Andromeda might be a better fit for you. Now, both of these have excellent imaging, and I praise both of them for their imaging in their individual reviews, but I will say that imaging is better as far as on a horizontal plane for the Stella, but the Andromeda is better with its center image and with its rear image, so anything behind me. I found that Stella was a little bit weaker for its rear image, and because it's not quite as intimate with vocals, center image was not as strong. However, they both maintain very, very excellent imaging, and anything outside of center image, so in this area right here, from just outside the center all the way out to the edges, and not including rear, Stella definitely shined. So guys, I hope this video was helpful and informative. If it was, please leave a like down below and a comment letting me know what you want to see in the future. If you want early access to more videos like this one, you can check out the Patreon linked in the video description, and don't forget to stick around and subscribe for more videos like this. Until the next one, guys. Peace.